Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Brought to you by Central Bank of the Ozarks, a Labor's Local 663, Shelter Insurance, Doak Propane, the Bank of Billings, and as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. It's a great pleasure to welcome to the Missouri Sports Network Link Academy head basketball coach, Rodney Perry. Coach Perry, thanks so much for your time today.
Appreciate you having me on.
Coach, a lot of noise, a lot of folks talking about what you guys have got going on down there. You guys are probably getting ready to start here. I looked at your schedule, November the 2nd, which is right around the corner. You guys have a scrimmage. Tell us a little bit about your team and how this all came about.
Well, our team is a pretty good team on paper, as everyone is giving us credit for. But as you know, we have to go out and play the games. We're currently ranked 8th in the country right now, and it's a first-year program as far as the high school part of our program go. We have 4 guys that's committed to high major programs already. Terrace Reed, who's committed to go to Michigan University. We have Julian Phillips from South Carolina, who's committed to go to LSU. We have Jordan Walsh from Dallas, Texas, who committed to go to Arkansas. And we have Felix Apar from Tennessee, who's committed to go to Ohio State. And then we have 2 highly ranked players in the class of 23 with Omaha Blue and Trey Green, as well. So that's a little bit about our roster, and we have a couple other guys. We have a kid from Evansville, Indiana, Julian Norris, and we have a kid from St. Louis, Missouri, Damian Mayo, and then we have a kid from Kansas, Knoxville Wasick. So those are the guys that are kind of be leading the way for us, this year. And we do open up November 2nd against a Vision Academy team out of New York, as well. And so we're just looking forward to having a great year. And, obviously we've been able to recruit very well and put together a roster we feel that compete on a national level. And, and so we're just looking forward to representing our school, our community, and the area of, this great place we have in Missouri here.
You bet. Coach, I'm looking through your schedule and I see a couple of times you get to play some Missouri schools. I know you're in the Ozark Mountain Shootout up at Glendale High School, and I think you're playing a Jonesboro team, the reigning state champion there out of Arkansas. Tell us a little bit about how you go about making your schedule and what it's like. Obviously Misha has accepted you as a program, and you're able to play Missouri high schools.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we really wanted to do when we put the program together, to being able to be a Misha affiliate, to be able to play against, some of the Missouri schools here too, because it's always a lot of great talent here in Missouri and a lot of great, high school programs here in Missouri also. And, we want to be able to, play against any Missouri school team that we want to be able to play against. And we have a couple games there in Springfield. We always look forward to going over to Glendale and a great event, there. Jonesboro is going to be a tough, opponent for us, defending state champs. And but we feel like, we really want to put a schedule together that was challenging for us and also will help us compete for a national title in the end. That's our ultimate goal, is the Geico, national championship. And so we want to play, a little bit locally, and then we also want to be able to travel and play against some of the, top academy programs in the country.
You bet. Again, we're visiting with Rodney Perry, the head basketball coach at Link Academy, and Johnny McNeil helped set this up. And Johnny, he was telling me, he goes, he's going to tell you, I could ball at one time. I was a great player, and I said, well, we'll ask him about that. But Johnny, part of the Missouri Sports Network, and always great to visit with Johnny McNeil. But Coach, just, a lot of folks know your background, know bits and pieces of it. But for the folks that maybe don't, kind of give an idea how, where you went to school, college, how you kind of cut your teeth, how you got into coaching, and some of the places that you've been, and how you ended up there at Branson.
Well, I'm originally from Fort Smith, Arkansas. Really got into coaching at the age of 12. My aunt was one of the directors at the Boys and Girls Club, and she was the one who actually got me involved in coaching. She was coaching, multiple sports, and I would tag along with her and kind of be her assistant. And at the age of 14, they gave me an opportunity to kind of coach a rinky-dink, team, and started out with football where I was offensive coordinator, and we did extremely well, went undefeated, won a championship, and I was hooked from there. I was like, what's next, which was basketball season. So they gave me a basketball team because I did well with the football team, and we went undefeated in basketball. And so I was like, man, this is great. So we went from basketball to baseball and won a championship in baseball too. And so it was like, this is the best feeling ever. I didn't think I would ever lose a game. But that's kind of how, I got started into coaching. And then when I graduated high school and I went to junior college first. And Coach Spoonhour was actually the head coach at South Missouri State at the time, now Missouri State. But our athletic director at my junior college and Coach Spoonhour was college roommates. And so every day my athletic director would come and be like, I talked to Coach Spoonhour today about you. He loved his guards, and so they was recruiting me. And so, I was like, hey, coach has a great relationship with him already. He feel like it'd be a great, spot for me to go. And then plus I love Coach Spoonhour too. So that's how I ended up at Missouri State. And then we just had I was fortunate enough to play on one of the Great Bears team and won a championship. Played the NCAA tournament and everything too. So that's really how I ended up at South Missouri State. And then I got into coaching, which led to some high school, coaching positions in the era, starting at Willard High School, Central High School, Miller High School, Purdy High School, before I got into the college ranks at Southwest Baptist University. So I went to Southwest Baptist, and then went from Southwest Baptist to Duquesne University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And then at Western Illinois, and I became the head coach at Abilene University in Kansas City, Missouri, before I went on to become associate head coach at Oral Roberts University. And then I went to University of Missouri, Kansas City, before I actually came, here to Branson when Adam Danye called me up and was like, hey, I'm thinking about starting a high school program here, and I want you to be our head coach. And so I was like, no way. I have a Division I assistant position. I'm not going to leave my position to go be, pretty much basically a high school coach. But then the more we talked and the more he explained his vision and everything lined up, and, I decided that, hey, this is a great opportunity, and to be able to bring great basketball to this area, too, and a lot of notoriety. So here we are today in Branson, Missouri.
You bet. Coach, and again, we're visiting with Coach Rodney Perry at Link Academy. Coach Perry, what's a day like for a student athlete at Link Academy? Classes, when you practice basketball, the weight room facilities, what's just a typical day for a student athlete?
Well, our guys here is it's a lot like college. We have our own strength and conditioning coach. So our guys' typical day is 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. They're in the weight room. They live from 6:30 to 7:30. They go eat breakfast from 7:45 to 8:30. We practice in the morning from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And then they have lunch at 12:30. And then classes start at 1:10. So from 1:10 to 5:05, they're in class. And then they eat dinner at 5:30. And then at 6:30, we come back for skill development work from 6:30 to 7:45. And then in the evenings from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. each evening, we have study hall. And then they're free after that there. But so it's a pretty jam-packed schedule each day. And you have to love the game in order to really be here, is what we tell our guys all the time too, because you're going to be extremely busy with, school and basketball.
And a lot of traveling. I look at your schedule, and you guys are are playing in some outstanding tournaments around the country, and hopefully here in the near future, maybe be part of the Tournament of Champions. I know that's a goal, to be part of. It's just 45 minutes up the road, and you're right there. But Coach, I really appreciate you being generous with your time today. I know your schedule is packed, and now I really know it's packed with everything that you got going on. But I really appreciate you being part of the show, and maybe we can catch up as the season progresses and get some more information, and we'll be following along for sure.
Yeah, definitely appreciate you having me on, and we look forward to being back on the show. And hopefully, at that point in time, we've done played a few games and doing really well, and we're able to have everyone come out and check out our guys.
Hey, you bet. Coach Rodney Perry, Link Academy, here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Keep it right here.